Now, I was talking about, I wish I had different options there. Is walking ballista probably... I mean, Eladomri's Call, you're gonna find a lot of situations that you want to... I feel like walking ballista might be worthwhile, because sometimes that's what it's going to get you out that other things couldn't, or something to spend mana on, something to that effect. But at the same time, as good as Skyclave Apparition just is very, very good. And instead of playing all these dirtle fun ofs, maybe I just need more Skyclaves. Skyclave's just too good to get out of certain situations. Because it's like, Skyclave's almost like, can I buy time till, you know, Field of the Dead's online? Once Field of the Dead's online, you can have a stupid token. Also wondering, so I like the Ramunap Excavator as just value. I feel like this Archon is something that could be sideboard. So that means either the Ballista comes in, the Ballista joins the main, or we get another Skyclave Apparition. Let's do that. Let's play one like that. I like how I made a deck list and uploaded it and everything, and I've already changed it twice. So exclamation point deck in the chat is already an outdated deck. So, all right, creating a match against Mr. K-Gage. And that's probably not the right way to pronounce it or whatever, but as far as I'm concerned, it's Mr. K-Gage. There they are. Mark Gage, Mr. K-Gage. Can't win a die roll, save our lives, doesn't matter. We haven't won one in the last 6 rounds. They have mulligan to 6. So will we. I mean, I feel like that first is a pretty easy mulligan. And now here, we set ourselves up 2 different ways. So we're definitely keeping this. And then what goes down? I feel like the thing that I can replace the easiest is another land. Just because we have so many lands in the deck. Good old Tron. Almost. Almost. We just need... Basically, we need them to have not the real payoffs. You can have a worm call engine all day. All right, so right now, 2, 4, 6, they are only at 9. Cardin's bad. What are they gonna follow? What are they gonna follow up with? Liquid metal coating? Because as of right now, that means we would have to find a land. But no, we could, whatever they target with liquid metal coating, we respond with Eladomri's Call. Whatever they target. And then actually, if we draw a land, they're targeting it right now. Well, I can't stop. I can't stop it if they're going to target it right now. All right, so if I Hour of Promise, and we get a Valakut and a Celisnaya Sanctuary, because we haven't played a land yet this turn. So we put our Sanctuary on the stack, and I can get 3, 6, 9, 12. We'll pick up this one. Actually, I didn't time that all the way out, because then this can do 6. Crack again to 6. So smash that apart. And then the question is, do I need the damage? Or do I get the reclaimer? Okay. No tax. Steve, can you kill that bot? What are they getting here? Okay. Well, so you're saying is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will get a radiant mount. And so I hope this does enough. They could have an Ugin. Why are they at 0 life? Vesuva. Correct. Vesuva was a better choice. Correct. Is it okay if I just draw it? Can I just draw the Vesuva? Okay. See, that's the thing with the toolbox deck. I don't always remember. Bajuka Bog. What is Bajuka? They don't necessarily use their graveyard, right? And then Cavern of Souls is also not as impressive. I think we were lucky to a degree that their turn 3 Tron play was just not impressive. So things I think I want Gaddock Teague. I want Collector Oof to mess with their artifact type stuff. I think I want Aven Mind Sensor to also mess with their ability. Knight of Autumn can kill the big things they're going for. Skyclave Apparition still would have been good there. I think Questing Beast can get basically out impressed by how big their stuff is. Apparition could have killed Karn if needed, so maybe Path to Exile is the thing we trim. If we said relics aren't good. Archon of Emeria. Non-basic lands your opponent controls enters play tapped. I mean, that slows down Tron potentially as well. I mean, maybe not from Tron, but Tron going into the next thing. I'm just looking. Tireless Tracker if we get into a longer game or if we need to top deck or anything. Also, this can grow, but I think Path to Exile to deal with the worm coils or whatever is not the worst. This could also potentially deal with Eldrazi that might appear. I'm okay with that. All right, so what is this? This is a turn. This is a nothing. I can't really do much. This is a turn 3, maybe do something, and I have to get onto the board faster than that. See, as this is, I can't really do much with this either. Turn 1, tap land. Turn 2, Eladamri's Call. I guess we just put in some silver bullets. Are those silver bullets good enough? Or would we rather be playing them instead of tutoring for them? Turn 1, turn 2, or turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Turn 1, turn 2. Turn 1. They just have natural Tron. This, I'm thinking, at least can let me go get the... What do you call it? Yeah, they kept a 7 with natural Tron. And no little idiots. Okay. Maybe they were banking on drawing Tron? So now what do I want? So... Alternatively, if we would have played the Archon there, that would turn down their land would come in tapped. But how do you not have anything? Okay. I guess they had all the mana and none of the payoff? So here, like they've hit Karn now. And they have 6 mana available to them. Mystic Forge. I mean, I feel like that's a good card to get. But they didn't do anything. Alright, so I could Knight of Autumn to kill that. I could just use Ramunat. I could just use Primeval Titan. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. We could Skyclave to clear the Karn. Skyclave to clear the Karn. We could also Dryad and play a different 3-drop. Collector Oof. I think I want to deal with Karn first. All right, let's see if that was correct. Would Collector Oof have been better? Because if they are caught up in anything, I mean, they still could have cleared there. Maybe Mystic Forge was the bigger hit. Blast Zone. A new Karn. So maybe Mystic Forge was better. Then go get a key. Let's see what they can kill me with. But they did have a good amount of... They had Dismember and Spatial Contortion. So that's a good amount of things to disrupt. It break up my, like we said, kind of Dirtle McCreature deck. Okay. They got a little overzealous with the liquid metal coating last time. Let's see if they... So far, things are looking good. I mean, that's not necessarily true, but we can clear the second Karn. No, we can't. Just kidding. I've got a walking ballista that does nothing. Yeah, I haven't been on that side of Karn. I normally use Karn to go get my walking ballista. Man, it seemed like such a better play as I was tapping mana. It's like if they're playing a walking ballista. Okay. Well that one's good too. That one's decent, I guess. So it's okay. Yeah, when I tutored, I think it. Well, they had the removal, so maybe it mattered. It didn't matter as much because they could have cleared whatever it was. But Walking Ballista definitely looks less impressive against Karn, and just against a lot of their stuff. So maybe Tireless Tracker. We could also potentially have Force of Vigor. Like that could be a choice in our deck. This just doesn't feel like enough. Like especially with the Path to Exile, this doesn't feel like enough. I think I'm going to keep this. And I ship the Sacred Boundary. Ship the Field of the Dead. Because this will let me have Ghost Quarter to break them up. Although I do kind of wish Ghost Quarter was in the deck. So now the question is... Can I bait them into playing something? So now... If I Ghost Quarter them, we know they have Forest. I'd almost have to do it in their upkeep. As opposed to I steal the map, and then they just play the thing, and then they've got me anyway. I think this is greedy. I think this is knowingly greedy. But I think it's appropriately greedy. Once again, that's all they have is a Worm Coil. See, like, if that's their threat, I couldn't have killed that anyway. Unless there's other things I'm not thinking. Like, I guess spatial contortion would be one. To not let them have access to the 3 colorless mana. Like, that could just have been a bad choice to wait. Because now if they have something... I mean, potentially they lose that mana too. But like, if they have a spell with which they can play it... Okay. Wasn't necessarily punished, but it was not, potentially not the right way to do it. Like, they were going to crack that Chromatic Sphere anywhere, digging, knowing they were still getting green mana. They have hit a Sanctum of Ugin, but then chose to play a Forest. Colorless spell, 7 or greater. So they have 2 lands out of their 4 cards in hand. No blocks, because that would just give them another card to attack with. All right, the question is, can we live... Why did I not attack, you troglodyte? All right, well, now I think I have to block. Paying costs, so they haven't even played their land yet. Well, that's interesting. Why not play your tower? So now they have Karn. There's the tower we knew about. They're not even playing that Karn. They're playing the real Karn. Who doesn't touch our land, please? Come on, man. Yeah, we can't get out of this. Nope, they just remove our blocker and kill us, so. We got Troned by Tron, unfortunately.